Hello everybody, this is Brooksy from the Bramley Moore Blues, and this is my instant match reaction to Everton 1, Leeds United 1. All square at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, and I guess a fair result. Everton were very poor in the first half, whereas Leeds were absolutely excellent. Their 3-5-2 system really kind of baffled Everton in the first half. They couldn't really get going. Leeds dominated the ball, they were quicker to the ball, passed the ball around really, really well. Their deserved goal, came around about the 28th minute. Ball on the right-hand side. I think Bogle had the ball, crossed it in. Everton was stretched. Aronson did a little step over and left it to James Justin, who smashed the ball home at the back post. And it was no more than Leeds deserved. A couple of minutes after that, more confusion in the Everton area. Ball came out to the right-hand side. Cross came in. Dominic Calvert-Lewin got there first. Smashed the ball against the post. I must admit, I did think he would score today. It's just the Everton in me, I guess. Dom had a good game in the first half. He was pretty innocuous in the second half. It was nice to see him fit and playing. I was hoping he was going to have a stinker, but in fairness, he was good in the first half. Everton couldn't really respond at all. Had very few chances. The only chance they really had in the first half was winning the ball in midfield. Ball kind of popped out to James Garner, who had a shot from distance. He really should have squared it, but unfortunately, I think because we hadn't got anywhere near their goal, he had a shot that went into the side net and it was exceptionally tame. Leeds United were bright. They were physical. They were good on the ball. They were calm and composed. Everything that Everton weren't. At half-time, I wasn't sure we'd get back into the game. I couldn't see how we could get back into the game. But fair play to David Moyes. Half-time, he brought on Branthwaite and Dewsbury Hall. We needed ball players. Branthwaite, yes, he's an exceptional defender, but also I think the way he passes the ball into midfield, he does take chances, but he's good on the ball. And it showed in the second half in passing and threading the ball through to James Garner and Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, who also came on in the second half. Everton completely dominated. They matched the system, Leeds' system. We got a foothold in the game, got a lot more of the ball. And ultimately, when you've got a lot more of the ball and you've got a lot of good ball-playing midfielders and players on the pitch, you're going to create chances. And that's what we did. We pushed Leeds back quite a lot. Our goal came from the right-hand side, winning the ball in midfield. Ball was sprayed out to Garner, who hit a first-time cross in, and Tiano Barry continued his goal-scoring streak by towing it in. Just got there before the defender and towed it in past Darlow. And believe it or not, again, we looked like we were going to score straight after that. Again, there was better work from Barry, held the ball up well, caused a bit of confusion in their box. Ball went wide to Njai, little step over. Eventually, the ball came out to Garner, who smashed a shot against the crossbar. Darlow didn't really move at all. And at this point, it was all Everton. It was nice to see Dibbling come on. Again, I know he runs into sort of cul-de-sacs a little bit, but these little 20-minute cameos are going to give him lots and lots of confidence. Leeds rarely threatened in the second half. It was all Everton. It was just a case of whether they were going to score or not. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be. But we were really bright in the second half. It'll be interesting to see whether or not that formation is one that David Moyes uses in the future. We've got our next game is Brighton away from home. We've got three really good centre halves. O'Brien on the right of the three, Branthwaite on the left, Tarkowski in the middle. It'll be interesting to see whether or not Moyes adapts this shape moving forward, but it's at least good to see that we've got a little bit of variation. So ultimately, fair result, good point for Everton. We move on to the next game. Things that I really want us to kind of think about is, again, this just slow starts at Hill Dickinson. It's going to cost us. We need to be picking up points from home. A game really that we should have won, and it frustrates me because every time I feel like if we get 3 points, we're going to move into sort of contention for Europe. We seem to stall a little bit. However, it could have been a lot worse for Everton. We were really poor in the first half. In terms of man of the match, I think I'm going to have to give it to James Garner. He tried his best in the first half when things really weren't working. In the second half, he kept us ticking over. I thought Kiernan Dewsbury Hall looked really bright as well, so I was really pleased to see him. I thought Patterson had a good game for an hour, but then clearly tired. And it was great to see Tiano Barry get his goal, and hopefully that will continue for him. He's clearly building in confidence. We have a week left of the transfer window. Will Everton bring in 2 more players? Be nice to see if we can bring a right back in, maybe another centre forward. There's talk of Beto potentially going to Juve. It'll be interesting to see what pans out. But ultimately, it was a good point in the end for Everton. We move on to the next one. Up them Blues, and I'll see you next time.